What is the most disgusting thing you have ever put in your mouth?
While changing the bag in the kitchen trash bin, the bin lifted from the floor momentarily and then slammed back to the ground, catapulting an ancient crusty chunk of indistinguishable crud from the bottom of the bin in a perfect arc, directly into the back of my mouth and down my throat. I still gag thinking about it.
I was pissed and dropped a piece of kebab meat on the kitchen floor. I picked it up and put it in my mouth only to find it wasn't a piece of meat, but a slug.
At a party, high as and grabbed what I thought was my beer and had a swig. It was a can that people had discarded cigarette butts in. There was little beer in it.
I once took a drink from a can of what I thought was Coke but was just spit.
My wife puked out the car window once while I was driving on the highway. Since only her window was open, a lot of her vomit got sucked back into the car and sprayed all over me. Some of it got in my mouth, including a large enough chunky that I could tell it once was a French fry, so that's probably pretty close to the top of my list. Crunching a crystal of mediema is by far the most vile I've done. Edit, I took the question as worst tasting.
I was helping my cat give birth and the last kitten was breached, and Mama was exhausted, and by the time she got him out she didn't want to clean him, so I had to. And he had fluid stuck in his airway and the little sucking device I had broke, and so I sucked the gunk out with my mouth because I didn't want him to die.
Unwashed dick. Unwashed and sweaty.
I was sipping whiskey and coke lol sipping, closing parenthesis some decades ago, took a, and thought to myself, why is this ice salty? Then I feel movement, grabbing it and pulling the foreign invader from my lips. I accidentally just half drank a very large brown roach with white dots all over. It thing was almost 3 inches long. After a brief fit of disgust, I promptly washed my mouth out with whiskey.
Her name was Tammy.
Decaying human body juices. Coffin ruptured as it was getting charged into the cremator and the juices got all over me and some got in my mouth. It was foul. Worst thing I put in my mouth intentionally was some cactus that was supposed to be psychedelic. Made a drink with them. Was disgusting so. George's Marvelous medicined a concoction to try and make it palatable. Nothing did. Managed a few sips and had to quit.
Baby vomit, not by choice.
Dog pee. I was 6 or 7, building a snow fort with my brother and our dog, Diana. I reached behind me, without looking, to grab a big handful of clean snow and stuffed it in my mouth. That was the day I learned the corollary to say no to yellow snow.
As a woman, all I can say is dude.
Butthole.
Bean Boozled jelly beans. I had 2. First was good, second tasted like shit. And I realized it was not a joke.
Dick.
Durian.